Today is a great day. I honestly thought we weren't going to get a Pokemon Pocket trailer, and I guess we technically didn't, but for some reason they accidentally leaked the trailer on the Italian Pokemon YouTube channel. And of course, we got some translations. They're a little bit of rough translations, but there's a bunch of new cards being released, as well as Lugia and Ho-Oh, and I reacted to this all live on stream. So this is my very initial reaction, as well as some of chat's thoughts. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm really excited for this set. If you are too, hit the like button, subscribe, and let's get right into it. Why did they not record this full screen? Why did they record this like this? Okay, I guess it looks full screen for you guys. All right, let's go. This is dope. There it is. Okay, Ho-Oh, 150 HP. This is 150 HP is a little bit low considering some of the EXs we have. Actually, not too bad. 150 is not too bad. So I know this is, we're kind of watching this at like ghetto quality because this is just a crappy screen recorded leak that someone did on the. No, this is legit. This is definitely legit. I don't know how someone got this, but this is 100% legit. Okay, so we got Ho-Oh. See your next Lugia. And this, oh, this is a dry energy. Wait, there has to be a way to like somehow get that energy easily. What are its other stats? It has it also has 150 HP. They both have a 2 retreat cost. They're almost mirrored cards, it looks like. Lugia does 180 damage. Ho-Oh does 80, but I'm assuming Ho-Oh, maybe its attack like puts that energy on the bench Lugia or something. I don't know. We're gonna see in a second the subreddit comments thread because I think someone translated it in the comments. Wow, this is great. Go. Let's see what else we got. Okay, we got all the starters, of course. We got Cyndaquil, Chikorita, and Totodile. Nice. And I mean, they got a big stats. We want to look at that. Pichu. We have that. Oh, Cleffa too. Okay. EXs they're going to show us. We got a new Gyarados card. What is this? Our third Gyarados that we've received. This one only has 130 HP and 2 energy, 20 something. Okay. Interesting. Another Gyarados. It's a shiny. Actually, wait, do we already have this Gyarados? Is this just a shiny version of the old one that we have? I forget. Maybe we already have this one. Oh! Yo, we're getting Umbreon EX. We're getting Umbreon and Espeon EX. More evolutions. Okay, apparently we don't have that other Gyarados. I was thinking maybe that's a really old one that I just forgot about that no one ever used. But we have Umbreon EX, Espeon. Let's go. This is sick. Okay, I honestly didn't think we would get Umbreon and Espeon so soon, like an EX version. Now we have an EX version of like every evolution in the game. This is dope. All right, nice. They both have abilities too. I can't wait. Any card that has abilities is going to be pretty decent for the most part, except for like, I guess base channel is bad. They both do 80 damage for 2 energy also, and they have 160 and 140 HP. So this is interesting. We got to read the comments later to figure out what to do. We also have 2 new supporters confirmed, and then I think these are 2 Pokemon tools. Right? Or is this an item? I believe they're both tools. And then 2 new supporters. Wow, they gave us a lot here. They gave us a lot here, man. There's a lot to go over. And that's happening, that's in 8 days. I think that's the 30th. So in 8 days, when the new set is going to drop, and this looks amazing. This looks awesome. Let's read through and figure out what these cards do. This attack is Phoenix Turbo, 80 damage, 3 energy, take a fire energy, as you can see the symbols on there. Take a grass energy and a lightning energy from your energy zone and assign them to your bench basic Pokemon in any way you like. So it does specify it has to be a basic. You can't put it on evolutions on the bench. It has to be a... Oh yeah, no, this is not grass. Whoever translated this got it wrong, actually. It's actually fire, water, and electric. So fire, water, and electric. But obviously this is meant to target Lugia, which I'm going to pull up in a second here. So this attack requires fire, water, and electric. It does 180, but it also discards 1 of each energy. So you're going to be discarding 3, but you do 180 damage, which is really good. Obviously, that's a really good attack. They both are basics, which is... them being basics is also really, really nice. Because that means, you know, you only have to put 4 Pokemon in your deck if you're playing just the 2 of them. And then you can have a ton of space for other things. And 180 damage, obviously one-shots almost any Pokemon in the game. Yeah, it's a hard discard. You discard 3, right? Which is that's a harsh downside. But at least you're generating the 3 energy. The problem is, like, how do you get the energy on Ho-Oh, right? How do you get the energy for it, like, quick enough for this, right? Because 3 energy for 80 is really, it's hard to do sometimes. You play like Snorlax or something, right? You'd soak up damage, then use Ilima, or you put out Lugia, which is a colorless, so you could actually Ilima Lugia back, send out Ho-Oh, and then you attack with Ho-Oh, put the Lugia back on your bench, and the energy moves down to it. So yeah, with Ilima, that could work. I don't think you would run Moltres because Moltres in the active zone kind of sucks nowadays. It's terrible because it gets damaged, and then you bring out Ho-Oh, and then Ho-Oh gets damaged, and then you bring out Lugia, so you couldn't do that. You wouldn't really play it with Moltres. I think, yeah, you put Snorlax as a wall, maybe Giratina too, and then Ilima. There has to be a supporter. There definitely has to be a supporter. I think there'll be a supporter. We'll see. Maybe there was supporters shown in this trailer, so let's take a look at them in a little bit. But first, let's move on to the next cards here. The next cards that I think I want to talk about is Umbreon. This guy, I believe that's 160 HP, or is that 140? I think it's 160. It has the ability Shadow Tag. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active position, you may switch one of your opponent's damaged bench Pokemon with their active. What? It's just the always active Cyrus. No! Its ability Shadow Tag lets you bring out your opponent's damaged Pokemon from the bench at any time you want. It sounds like there's no restrictions on this. So you play it with Greninja. Greninja taps their bench, then you use its ability, just drag it out immediately and get to attack it for free. It's an always active Cyrus. That's toxic too. That's toxic. That's going to be so annoying. Every turn you have to worry about your bench. Every single turn you got to be careful about what you play. You got to think ahead. If you're playing someone who has dark energy, or they have an Eevee out and they have a dark energy on it, you know the next turn they're probably going to go into Umbreon. And then you gotta Umbreon also works with Darkrai. So I mean, you could, like, at the start of the game you can put energy on Darkrai, tap their active, they retreat it or whatever, and then you can always bring it back. Yeah. Wow, okay. So that's interesting. I really like that. I think that's a fun mechanic. That's gonna be hard to play around too. Insanely cracked. At least it's only 80 damage, right? But the thing is, oh no, okay, good. I thought Shadow Tag it's only active when Umbreon's in the active zone. So you can't use it from the bench. Umbreon has to be in the active zone. But I mean, you can just have it in the active zone from the previous turn, drag something out, retreat into your bench, and then attack with your bench. You could do that too. So this is opening up a lot of possibilities. Yeah, I just saw someone in the chat say you can build Dark Psychic with Ho-Oh and still be able to play Electric, Fire, and Water Pokemon. You're right. I think this actually... Ho-Oh, just to circle back on Ho-Oh, it's 3 energy, and if you guys are just coming in right now, it generates a Fire, Electric, and Water energy to put on your bench. So that means, and it's colorless. So that means if you play Ho-Oh, it enables a lot of multi-energy decks. Like, this is going to open up a huge format. I hope there's a card to support Ho-Oh, because if there is, yeah, dual energy becomes a lot more relevant. For example, Dragonite. It's going to guarantee Dragonite getting its water and electric energy. It will guarantee it. So this is going to open up a lot of new playstyles, hopefully, if Ho-Oh has a supporter card to help it out a little bit. All right, but circling back to our next EX here, Espeon. Espeon has the ability Care. It's called Care. I don't know. It might be something different when this officially releases in English, but the translation is Care. It says, once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active position, you may heal 20 from one of your Pokemon. So that's not quite as good. Espeon has to be in the active, and it's going to give you a free potion for one of your Pokemon. That's not a game changer compared to Umbreon's ability. It's still pretty fun, and it's just like a free potion. But Espeon is kind of lacking with its damage and its HP. So I don't know how much this is really going to be played. I mean, it kind of counteracts like Greninja, right? A little bit. Yeah, we'll see about that. I'm not sure if that's going to be super amazing, but I'm really excited about Umbreon. Umbreon looks really cool. Okay, the next one, let's go back. Let's circle back a little bit to Cleffa. Okay, you see Cleffa, 1 energy. It takes a random Pokemon from your deck and adds it to the cards in your hand. Wait, Cleffa's a colorless 1 energy searcher for any Pokemon in your deck and just adds it to your hand. Oh, no energy needed? Wait, what? Wait, why does it have that thing? Oh, it's just like you can just activate it for no energy? Oh my god. That symbolizes 0. It's empty. It's a 0 energy attack. It's still an attack, yeah. They're introducing 0 energy moves. That's so cool. All right, so if you go first and you start with this, you get to search for a free Pokemon out of your deck. Now, unfortunately, this thing has 30 HP, so it's going to get destroyed instantly. Like, you're giving up a free point if you start with it, right? That might be interesting. If you put a cape on it, I guess it won't die, and then you could get a free search and then probably evolve it the next turn. Pichu knows Sparkling Throw, and it's another free attack. It says, take an energy card from your discard pile and attach it to one of your benched Pokemon. Wait, what? It's not energy card, it's just a free energy. It brings back a discarded energy and attaches it to one of your benched. Again, Pichu has 30 HP, so these both seem like they give up a free point. But they also have really good attacks that don't cost any energy. I'm not sure if you choose or not. We'll see when the actual translation releases. I hope you get to choose. So this attack costs 2 energy. He has 130 HP. It is stage 1, not bad. It says it's called Furious Lashing. You may discard any number of Pokemon from your bench. This attack does 40 more damage for each bench of Pokemon you discarded this way. What? You're just getting rid of Pokemon? Now, I think when you discard Pokemon, it doesn't give up points. Like, they just get discarded. They don't give your opponent points. So you discard 2, and this does 100 damage for 2 energy. How does it say that? Oh, they translated this wrong. I do see a water symbol. Never mind. They translated this badly. I'm reading off the Reddit page on the side. I can't actually read Italian. I wish. Okay, it has to be water. Never mind. They didn't add that in the translation on the side here. I'm looking at the card now. It does say water. There's a water symbol. Okay, never mind. This is not quite as good as I thought it was, but what water Pokemon would you play that you'd want to discard? But yeah, you can bring back the Pokemon with Fishing Net, right? Because Fishing Net brings back water Pokemon. You could use this with Wishy-Washy, I guess. Because Wishy-Washy searches for itself, too. Puts 1 random Wishy-Washy or Wishy-Washy EX from your deck onto your bench. Yeah, that could be an interesting combo with Net and Wishy-Washy. Yeah, this could be good. It's 2 energy, too. It's pretty cheap. As long as you discard 2, you're going to do 100 damage for 2 energy, which is pretty solid. And then if you have 3, it's 140. So that's pretty cool. I like that, actually. What do we think of Gyarados? Yeah, good. Let's look at these trainer tools. These are going to be important. I'm curious to see what they've given us. First up, we have Cetra, which says, choose one of your Pokemon, shuffle it, and all cards attached to it into your deck. So that means if you have a injured Pokemon that you need to get rid of, like it's in your active zone and you don't want to pay the retreat cost, well, I guess you're going to lose your energy anyhow. But like say you had a wall out in the active zone, it got low, you activate Cetra, and then it just shuffles it back into your deck, right? And that way you don't have to worry about it giving up points. Yeah, so it gets rid of Pokemon that are damaged that you just don't want to give up. Like if something gets low, you retreat it onto your bench and then you draw Cetra the next turn, then you can just get rid of it. So it's not a problem. Your opponent can't really target it. Maybe, I think this might be a 1-of. People might run 1 of these. I could see this working in Darktina with like, when your Darkrai gets really low and you're about to lose it, all you have to do is you could just shuffle it back in your deck instead of giving up those 2 points. So I could see it, Darktina running this. I could see a couple different decks running this. This could be really, really good also for like Solgaleo, because usually by endgame they have 2 Solgaleos ready to go. One of them is really low. All you do is shuffle the one that's low back in your deck, send out the other one, then you're good to go. And then you just find that other Solgaleo, build it up on your bench again. So that actually, it seems like it could be a really, really strong card. All right, we have Argento, I think I'm saying that right. It says, remove a special energy card from one of your opponent's Pokemon. They added special energy? Yo, okay, this is a whole new thing also. We're getting free attacks and we're getting special energy. The mechanics of the game are changing a little bit. Well, not mechanics, but they're introducing new. This is so interesting. This is a huge set. They're adding a ton in this set. A ton. That's good. I mean, I guess this is a counter for whatever runs special energy you would run this supporter. I don't know how meta special energy is going to be. I guess we'll find out in the future. But being able to remove an energy from one of your opponent's Pokemon, if it relies on special energy, that might be really strong. We'll have to see what uses special energy because we don't know yet. Yeah, free to play might be cooked this set. Yeah, this might be a big set. You might need to spend some money on this set. Okay, the next one is called Energy Shoe. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is switched to your active, deal 30 damage. So you equip Pokemon Shoe to something on your bench, you swap that bench Pokemon into your active zone, and then it heals for 30, right? But like Buzzwole, yeah, Buzzwole. Oh, Buzzwole. Wait, Buzzwole, you do this once per. This is a Celesteela. But yeah, Buzzwole's gonna heal 30 every turn, and then plus Erica is gonna be 80 that turn, guaranteed. Now, of course, you can't put Leaf Cape on if you use this, so that's kind of a downside. But still, healing 30 a turn is really, really good. There's Elemental Switch, which is the next one. It's the fourth one here on the right. It says move lightning energy and a fire energy from your Pokemon to your active. Oh, I see how this works. So what you're doing, and I think it says water too. I'm pretty sure they didn't translate this right. Well, no, I think it's electric. It's lightning, fire, and water. I think I see that on there. So yeah, I guess if you don't start with Lugia, you would use this item, and then say you have something else on the bench, like you have 2 Ho-Ohs, and you put all your energy on it because you didn't get Lugia in time. You would use this, retreat out of your Ho-Oh, go into Lugia, then activate this, and then move all that energy up from your bench that you. Okay, so that makes sense. It's just in case you didn't start with it. It's specifically to help you move that energy up so you're not just screwed if you didn't start with Lugia. So yeah, that's actually a really good supporter for that deck. I think it's specifically for that deck, actually. I wonder if you play, like... Would you play... I could see people playing Dragonite with this, right? I could see it. Oh, is going to enable Dragonite too. Yeah, after you attack with Dragonite, you use a Leaf, retreat, go into Lugia, then you use this item and then move all the energy on Dragonite up to Lugia and then attack with Lugia. So you get to attack with Dragonite for 180, the new one for 180, and then retreat into Lugia and then attack with Lugia for another 180. Oh, or honestly, maybe, yeah, you could, if you wanted to, you could not even run Lugia. This just works with like colorless too, right? Any colorless, like you can even use this with Snorlax. You know, move the energy around. Wow, this is cool. There's gonna be a lot of flexibility. Now I'm a little bit worried, of course, because Ho-Oh 3 energy. You need 3 energy to even use it. So going second is gonna be good, but going first is not gonna be so good. It might be destroyed before you can even attack. I think you'll probably get 1 attack off with it, and then I think after you get 1 attack off, it'll get destroyed probably. So you're gonna give up 2 points with this deck, like 90% of the time. I feel like. Because if we remember correctly, let me go back. Yeah, it's I'm gonna find a good place to pause there. It costs 3 just to put that energy on the bench. So you're gonna give it up. Like you're gonna have to sack, and then also I feel like you could build Giratina on the bench as you build this up, and it would be up at the same time. So if you got one of these attacks off, you also build Giratina up. So then you would have you could have an active Giratina and an active Dragonite on the bench if you wanted to. I don't even know if you'd want to do that, but you could do that. And then you could run Dawn too if you're running Giratina, just to get Ho-Oh to attack 1 turn faster. And then you could put all the energy on Giratina, and then you could just draw into your Lugia later, send out Lugia, use the item, move all that energy up, and then attack with Lugia. And then if it gets low, you can use the new supporter card, Cetra, to send Lugia just back into the deck, send out Giratina, and finish the game with that. So this could be there's a lot of combos you could do with this. This item is actually very, very good. This is really, really good. And yeah, we know there's special energy, but we don't know what it does yet. We're not sure. Nothing in the trailer except for that one supporter mentioned special energy. So we don't know how special energy is going to work. Hopefully we'll receive they'll announce something about that in the future, or we might just have to wait till the update comes out. This, and yeah, we got Umbreon and Espeon too. They seem pretty good. I think Espeon doesn't seem that good, but Umbreon seems really strong with its ability. It's like a infinite Cyrus. Well, this is the leaked trailer. This is definitely 100% real. This is awesome. I think this is going to be a game-changing, I'm going to call it right now, this is going to be a game-changing meta. This will be something that hopefully you have hourglasses saved up for, because you're going to need it. This is going to be really, really good. I mean, every pack kind of changes the meta. This one definitely will, without a doubt. We got so many new mechanics being added. We have baby Pokemon, we got special energy, we have free attacks, we have the enabling of multi-energy decks with Ho-Oh. This is going to be fantastic. Yeah,